good evening, all of you. Today I would like to welcome you all on our first interview podcast. Today we are having Miss Priscilla Bhomik. She's from Nordek and she's handling the business development and partnerships at Nordek. Let me give you all an introduction of myself. I'm your host for today's podcast. I'm Priya Chandak, and I'm the founder of Eduhub Community, and currently I'm working as a project manager at Colaba. Also, let me give you all a short intro of what is Eduhub Community. So, Eduhub Community is basically a community for the learners, by the learners, and our vision is to build a student community where we can leverage the students, give the students a platform where they can connect with like minded people and also connect with tech enthusiast persons and get one is to one mentoring sessions and also showcase their talent on this one platform. So as you all know that Eduhub community is recently conducting a 5 city 25 college roadshow, and we have covered 16 colleges till now and 3 cities. And also I'd like to mention one important thing, that Nordek is our powered sponsor. Our 5 City 25 College Roadshow is powered by Nordek. So, again, I'd like to welcome you, Priscilla. Uh, can you please say a few words?
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Priya, and really feel honored to be here connecting through EduHub to hundreds of people. And to talk about myself, I am based out of Dubai and taking care of business development and partnerships at Nordek. And we are we are having different partner offices in India, in Singapore, UK, US, worldwide, I would say. And there are different skill set, mindset, experience, expertise in our team who is leading the efforts of Nordek. And to give you a brief about what Nordek is an EVM compatible blockchain. We are focused on gaming and payments, and it's a new blockchain. We got our mainnet live in March, and within these few months, we have got a lot of traction. And apart from the partnerships and growing our ecosystem, one important thing we have to focus on is capturing the young minds, young talents, starting with India, because India one is very populated, and I can vouch
Yes.
for that. And there's like so many untapped talent which is out there. And I mean, our especially like the motive behind this Nordek Genesis program, which we're going to talk about, is that right now you already have like, okay, I'll grow up becoming an engineer or a doctor or a CA and work in a big firm or something. But we have to come out of that and tap into the emerging technology, which is like blockchain,
Exactly.
I would say. So that's where we want to do what we want to do, and we are glad to have partnered with Eduhub for the same, who is taking us to 25 universities and colleges in different cities, and choose to more. And we have plans to like tap into 100 to 500 universities for the same.
As you said about the blockchain ecosystem, can I know that how Nordic is impacting the blockchain ecosystem?
Okay. So, as I mentioned, like Nordek is a TPOS EVM compatible blockchain, and our main focus is payments and gaming, because we feel that these two niches is going to be booming, and you know is booming and will be booming more in future. And we have our own coin, which is NRK, and with our native token NRK, groundbreaking technology, zero gas fees, and diverse opportunities. Nordic is revolutionizing GameFi and Web3 payments, I would say, the landscape of it. And it aims to make the blockchain technologies more accessible, user friendly, and foster mainstream adoption. And we have set the infrastructure in such a way whereby for every stakeholder in Web3, whether by for trader, we have been listed in different 6 to 7 exchanges, and we are getting listed more in Gate or KuCoin, and etc. BingX is coming, and so that you can trade with our like NRK over there. Now, if you are a builder, we have created the ecosystem in such a way, from development to deployment to listing. We are providing our advisory and support, whereby we want to welcome even the smallest of ideas, a builder has, to come on board and build on us. For partners, since we are a chain of, only in one example I give in the colleges, you must have noticed that you can't grow being a solo dolo, right? You have to
Yes, yes, yes.
collaborate with people. You have to grow together, because one, if you just clap yourself, like, it just has a less sound. But everybody claps together, it creates a more big impact. So same way, if in order to grow in this ecosystem, we have to collaborate with different individuals, different minds, different companies to grow together, and hence the partnership aspect comes in. Whereby, example, right, on ram.money, now you can buy or sell an RK with onrap.money via UPI. So,
Oh,
it's very,
great.
very easy, and everybody can do it. So, these kind of partners we are onboarding as well. Now, talking about the students, we have created like the Nordek Genesis program to capture these people or these minds to come and access the opportunities we have in store. Whether by, if you want to build, we have grants. If you want to look for career opportunities, we have partners, we have projects. We are expanding, so you can boost your resume via that. And also, you can work with us via our ambassador program, which is a new concept, the new initiative, I would say, which Nordic has taken, whereby you can work with us being the front face of in your campus of Nordic, and you can get involved, whether in marketing, whether in partnership, whether in tech side of things, and a lot more. So, we have a lot of projects in our ecosystem as well. Some are in-house, some are building on us. And personally, I am amazed to see how projects and other individuals are doing Nordic. Like, I know our VP was telling me the one day that even ETH Foundation knows about us, right? So it's pretty astonishing, whereby the way users, the community, now the developer community is accepting us and want to be with us, right? So when I have to talk about ecosystem, starting with, we are the principal partner of Netherlands cricket team in ICC World Cup. And if you see
Yes,
the match, like,
congratulations for that.
thank you so much. So if you see, like, 2 days back, we won as well, and it was like very, very proud moment for us. And some of the members were on the field as well. It was like going crazy, right? So with that, we have launched our co-branded card via NordPay. You can access it x.nordpay.io, and you can get access to co-branded cards. We have done it with the Netherlands cricket team, and it is also creating an adoption, whereby if you have some money in your wallet, and if you want to pay for Uber, just connect the wallet, do the KYC, and then you can access use Nordek card for your day-to-day needs, right? Then you have Pluto Pad, which is our launch pad, whereby, example, rover.finance, which is you can say payment solution in payroll, salary processing, invoicing, etc. They have come on board, the first project launching from Pluto Pad, which is our launch pad, and closed around 350,000 in just 2 minutes. So imagine that's the first project which did. Now, since our community is growing, if you like, if someone else comes, whether from the aspiring developers or someone who is mature, the mature stage, right, and want to build on us, how much of traction they can get, right? We have Nordic
Okay.
Green to promote CSR, right? As in, there is a separate fund kept for giving grants if you are supporting or building something, a project which is green, waste management, carbon credits, etc., right? You have other Nordflix, which is basically attracting Web2 brands in a Web3 loyalty fashion, whereby how Groupon works, but just imagine that in Web3, right? And you have so many different products coming, like Swapperly, which is a DEX stake bridge, or NordSwap, which is a DEX, coming on an ecosystem to attract more partners, to attract more stakeholders, community developers, and so on, right? So I feel this is revolutionizing. And on the first few quarters, we are focusing on DeFi projects to come on board. Then we will, attract and focus on the gamify side of things, because we are having going to have Game Hub, which is a game center for hyper casual and casual games to attract the Web2 gamers to Web3. And we'll be providing SDKs for gaming and payments as well for these developers to come on board and build in this space, right? So I would say it's pretty revolutionizing, and I'm personally amazed and psyched about the coming updates.
Okay, so as you mentioned about Norpay, so when I heard Norpay, I was interested in knowing about in brief that what is Norpay and how can I avail Norpay.
Okay, so NordPay is a crypto debit card, and we are
Okay,
partnered with Visa and Mastercard. And like how you have your what bank do you use? Like what
like
card do you use right
I
now?
use a debit card.
Which from which bank?
I use a debit card of IDBI Bank.
Okay, so just imagine that you have your asset like traditional bank right there, right? Now,
Yeah,
if you have, let's say, USDT, right, and you want to use it, let's
okay.
say you don't have anything there and you want to just keep safer and you want to use your crypto, right? How will you use it? So that's where we are bridging the Web 2 and Web 3 payments, right? And you
Yeah,
can same way you're using your web traditional bank card, you can use Norpay card for small things like ordering a pizza, right? I use it. I mean, I wanted to order strepsils, I'm like, instead of using my dirhams, I wanted to use my USDT. So I'm like, okay, so let me just order from, there's an app called Noon here, so just order, it came like for Uber, for like Ola over there, you can just use it. So if you want to avail that card, you can go to x.norpay.io, connect your wallet, and now we have enabled, transacting USDT via Binance Chain. Now, for any small to big payments, there is no restrictions, like boundless. Because if you see, I was hearing a talk of our co-founder, Mr. Naval, today itself actually. It's called Crypto Over Coffee. And there's one good thing he said is that if you see other card providers in Web3 space, they have restrictions. There's some sort of boundary. But when it comes to NordPay, it's boundaryless, I would say. You can, from smaller to higher ticket size, you can just use it exactly how you use your, let's say you have an iPhone. You just, use your Apple Pay, right? Same way we are
yeah,
enabling that as well. Use the exactly how you use your traditional bank cards, you can use your Norpay cards, transacting your crypto assets. And also to let you know that we are supporting around 40 plus crypto assets and 3 to 4
great.
fiat options. Yes. And and to all the companies who are listening out there, and you have your community, and there are many people who are having their community, you can also have co-branded cards with us, right? So let's say it's Eduhub, right? So Eduhub
Yeah,
can have co-branded cards, because obviously like you will be growing more than 10,000 plus in community size, right? So you can co-brand a card like Eduhub logo, Eduhub name with powered by Norpay, and your community can access it, and you can launch a card program or incentive program, and you can chart that out. So I feel like the community or the different chains, different companies can utilize this, because I mean, we are a chain, but we won't be shying away to give the co-branded pass to any other chain, because for us, nothing is a competition. It's all about collaboration. So,
yeah, definitely. It's really very cool and I think अब मुझे भी avail करना चाहिए Norpay के लिए.
Zero.
Okay, so now talking about the Nordek Genesis program, as you said that it's for the students and developers. So, can you just brief me about this Nordic Genesis program and why you think that students or developers should come into your platform for the Nordic Genesis?
I think I will answer your second question first, right? Because
Okay,
to be really honest, Nordek Genesis program came out of the enthusiasm I received from the students. So what happened was I went to Web3 Conf Goa, and it was my first Web3 conference in India, and I was very
okay,
hyped about like connecting with different. I mean that's what I do. I mean, that's my nature, connecting with different people. So there are lots and lots of students who came, and then they are like, "Hey, Priscilla, I am from this is so college, and can you just can we just talk about your the platform you have, the ecosystem you have in our college. Can you do that for us? Can you give us, like, how do we get involved? And there's not one or two, right? There were like chunk of people coming, and then I'm like, okay, let's do it. So that's why Nordek Genesis came out of it, because from the enthusiasm of the students. And I was just like sulking over, after, like, when I went home, I'm like, I was just talking to myself. I'm like, when I was that age, I was like, Bitcoin was a scam. I was like, I should only focus on, like, doing my accountancy, focusing on, like, KPMG and PwC and all of that, like, forget that thing. But I'm just astonished that, like, young people, like 17, 18, even school students, right? They are fine, they are enthusiastic about, like, being in the Web3 space, and we want to provide the same. So if I have to talk about Nordek Genesis is amalgamation of technical workshops, free of cost education to students, giving the partner part, like, our opportunities and partner opportunities to the students. So I would say it's a program to make the students industry ready, right? Not only we will give opportunities from our ecosystem, but we want to give opportunities from our partners ecosystem as well, from a community partners ecosystem as well, and whoever is connected to us. We want to give all those opportunities, whether by careers or builders or entrepreneurs. Like, I always ask this one question to the students, if you have noticed that, who wants to have their own dream company, right?
Yes,
And then
many
I
times you
see,
have answered this
yeah,
question, I
because
know.
I want to, like, take that idea of, like, पढ़ूंगा, नौकरी करूंगा, पैसे कमाऊंगा, settle होना है. No, I want to
Yes,
kick in that idea of कि company बना रहे हैं, and the thing is, if there is a way, why not? Instead of regretting over a lost opportunity, like how,
definitely.
and there are many people like me who did it. We want the students to be like, ये लो platform, ये तुम्हारा ideation को पकड़ के ये बनाएंगे तुम्हारी company, ठीक है? So from, we, for students or from any aspiring devs or aspiring entrepreneur, I would say, aspiring builder who wants to create get into the Web3 space, make an impact, we have all the right people, all the right infrastructure to, kickstart that, I would say.
That's so great. Like, प्लेटफॉर्म भी मिल रहा है, सब कुछ मिल रहा है, just अवेल करो.
सब करो.
Yes. So, you also mentioned about the project grants and project fundings and everything. So, what type of projects are typically eligible for grant funding? Because projects तो बहुत लोग build करते हैं ना, but there are only few projects which are eligible for that grant funding and all. So, according to you, what kind of project should be there? Like,
Okay. So, you know, like, when we were in school, I would say that, if you have stupid questions, just ask. Or if you have some stupid idea, just build on it. So, same thing, I would say.
yes,
Nothing is stupid here. Probably what you think is stupid is something our ecosystem needs. And you never know that. So that's why I encourage everyone, or wherever I go, even, like, whoever goes or whoever connects with me, I'm like, even if it's a stupid or solve idea, right? Just share it with us. We have, in the link, I think you are sharing the link of Nordek Genesis link tree, whereby it is like build with us, right?
yes,
So over there, the students or anyone, especially, but this is focused only on students. If you want, if there are, like, more mature projects, then, they can avail that via, going to our website and filling the grants form. But for the student especially, no idea, I would say, I don't want to discourage anyone that, okay, just because I didn't say that, Priscilla didn't say that on the, YouTube live, and meko nahi banana. Okay. So for me, I would say, any idea you have, just put it down and share it with us. But you have to be very much aware of your goals, your objectives, why you're creating it. Because if you see Priya right now, there are many companies I have seen that they have a very short-term goal, whereby project
yes.
बनाएंगे, उसके बाद पैसे ले लेंगे, मौज बनाएंगे. So
Huh.
instead of that, have a long run mentality, right? So you have that idea, make sure how you can sustain it. Is it fundable? If it's not, how we can make it fundable by the investors? Because see, as I said, for Nordek Genesis student startup grant, uh, there is an amount for the kickstart of it. But apart from that, we have fundraising opportunities where, because we have an investor network, we have partner network, because instead you don't have to go and like search for partners. You can get a lot of partners from ourselves as well. Everybody is connected to a lot of different people over here. And then you have a dedicated team, right, to
Yeah.
accelerate your progress in this ecosystem, whereby you have technical experts, you have marketing experts, right? And then you have we are listed in so many exchanges, so you can take the advantage of getting listed there, you know and it will be a less tedious process because it's coming from the word of an ecosystem instead of you doing it, right? Plus, you have other kind of opportunities, like we are sponsoring, we are doing these workshops. People can get highlighted, can get showcased, right? There is lots and lots of sponsors. Like हम even करते रहते हैं, sponsorship करते रहते हैं, because we want people, we want to connect to people, we want to see what other people are building, we want to work together. So we want to showcase these projects who are coming on us to them as well. कि हम like अच्छा ये बना रहे हो तो ये भी हमारे बना, like partner कर लो, right? So I would say
Right.
no idea is a stupid idea. Just fill the form and do it. But you have to understand your goals, your objectives. What is the timeline you want to deliver this? Because planning, that muhavra, right? Like if you don't plan, then you're planning to fail, right? So failing to plan is failing to that. So you have to plan well when you want to execute this project. Who you want to work with, how much you want to raise, right? And if you don't have some clarity, we can help you with that, because I understand with you guys are students and we have the expertise in running businesses, right? And whether the legal
Right.
aspect, compliance aspect, we can take care of it. So the first stage, we are focusing on DeFi, lending, borrowing, perp decks. Second stage, we are focusing, which is like around December, January, we are focusing on the GameFi projects. And
Okay.
also, if you are focusing on infrastructure or web3 tooling, feel free to just note it down there and we will just take care of it.
That's great. Like a great opportunity for the students and the developers. Okay, so according to you, that what you think are the most important key components of a successful grant proposal?
So I will re-highlight for what I said, right? Knowing the goal is very important. That why you want to do it. Is it because of
Yeah.
money, or is it because you actually want to create something, right? Because if you actually, me and our the one who has given a talk also, Mr. Praveen, the
Yes, yes,
first
yes.
Eduhub session, right? We always talk, whenever we get on a call, most of the times we always are brainstorming on how we can create value for the Web3 ecosystem in general. And that mindset, I feel everybody who are building new projects instead of focusing different things, I feel that mindset you should have, whereby you can change, a real life problem into something. You can give solutions for a real life problem, right? Or you can help the community. So that mentality you should have. And if you are making for a successful grant proposal, you have to understand your goal, the objective, the if you are in a, let's say you are five people, if you're two people, you have to highlight your what skill set you're having in your expertise in, I would say, right? Like, and third is, if you are planning to raise, you have already raised, because right now it's very easily to connect with different people. So if you are planning to raise or you have raised, to
Exactly.
talk about that so that we can know how much more we need to do, right? And also, how are you expanding or impacting our ecosystem? Because of course, as a chain, a chain is known for the dapps which are built on us, right? So like that, how is it impacting our community? Because in the span of 3 or 4 months, we have gathered on 100 plus community, right? And it's expanding exponentially. So how are you impacting those and the ones who are coming, right? So with the Nordek we are having a projected growth around 1 million to 5 million, right? In terms of community size, yeah. So how are you impacting those people? How are you impacting the partner? So that impact, right? I would say you have to really write how you impacted the Web3 space, the Nordic blockchain in general, and how are you going to sustain this project in near future. Because project banana hai, like it's not a talent. You have to sustain that run business. Because if you've seen Web3 right now, there are so many projects which have come and gone, you know. So,
Yes.
even technologies, just like Nokia, when before that time Nokia was like Nokia phone. Now nobody cares about Nokia.
There was actually an era of Nokia phone.
Exactly. Like you will be instead of you will be like iPhone 13 and iPhone 14, they will be like, do you have E71? Oh, I have that. You get in
Yeah.
Nokia. Now look at the trend. It's gone. Now it's iPhone zone or even Samsung zone. What I would say. Even there are other companies who are coming in the limelight as well. So how to sustain your model is very important when you want to, for a successful grant proposal. But forget grant. But in the working in this industry, being in this space, you have to work on a longer run rather than having a short term mentality, I would say.
लाइक बेसिकली एक स्टूडेंट को इसके लिए एक फुल प्रूफ एक प्लान करना पड़ेगा कि अगर प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट हो चुका है तो लॉन्ग रन में कैसे सस्टेन कर सकता है वो प्रोजेक्ट.
Yeah. Yeah, and they should
दैट
not
इज
worry
वेरी
also. Like
इंपॉर्टेंट.
sometimes students might be like, अरे मैं तो बना दूंगा पैसे कैसे मिलेंगे और मैं तो बना दूंगा मुझे सस्टेन कैसे करो. That mentorship you can get it from us. I mean that's not a problem, but
Yes.
we want to see that willingness of you to actually sustain it. You get my point?
Yes, yes. So now I'd like to ask you one more question. Like, if you have a choice to conduct a student development program focusing mostly on the developers or the student communities, then what would be your one option?
Nordek Genesis Program. So that's the one word answer because and I wouldn't say student development program, Priya. I would say a program dedicated for students, especially to
For
make
the
them
students?
industry ready, right? To make them
Yeah.
industry ready. I mean that's I would put it in quotes because student development uske baad kya? I mean, there will be like, oh, why will I waste my time in blockchain? Like, I want to go to Infosys and work. But
Yes.
I mean, technically, I want to give, or we want to give the students an opportunity to be in the space, being as a student. I joined the space as a working professional, but if that opportunity can be given, like especially you have seen Nived, he has been there in the space. He has joined the space as a student, so he studies also. He works for Nordek also. A very brilliant job. So if that can be done by one student, I believe there can be done with every student, right?
Many
If you just have
students.
the will.
Yeah.
So instead of again that mentality of Infosys mein jayenge and all of that, Amazon jao, but then explore also, right? Explore other options as well. Like I was an accountant, right? But did it stop I didn't stop myself to explore other options, and I'm very happy doing whatever I do. I have done marketing, I have done partnerships, I'm taking care of, I have a background of Web3 education because of which, I am able to contribute in the Nordek Genesis program. And I feel that there are many untapped, potential which you don't even know, but I feel that you can harness it via Nordek Genesis program. In there, you can, obviously with your road shows, starting from Eduhub Nordek's road show, you can get access to the free of cost education, right? From the evolution
Yes.
of Web3 to hands-on experience and hands-on sessions, deploy your first contract, smart contract, then knowing about Nordek, what are the different opportunities Nordek has, then going to meetups whereby we bring in like making you industry ready is one part and exposing you to the industry in another part. So we want the other partners, investors, different people, the seasoned developers in this space to interact with each other, learn from each other, and mentor each other to grow together, right? And also, if you see, Priya, like one thing, we have been always talking that, and that's one of the, reasons why the colleges are also up for getting the Web3 companies on board it when it comes to sessions as well, because there is a vast growth curve, like a very high growth curve. Because if you are
Yes.
in a very MNC, kudos to you, but then we will take, you know, years to climb to that position, right? But when it
Exactly.
comes to startups, and especially Web3, even though it's from 2014 to 2017, but still it's new, because I talk to people like 5 6 calls a day, and then I'm like, acha ye bhi ho raha hai. So there are like a lot of different things coming every day, and it's just, it won't it won't just be, you can't just be in blockchain just by one day session, right? You have to keep on enrolling yourself in different things, and meetups, technical workshops, seminars, sessions like this, and like exploring, talking to us, talking to our partners, talking to, being involved. I would say it gives you, makes you practice on the knowledge you've acquired, get exposed to the industry, talk more on the same, understand and learn how you can get involved, and it opens doors to everything. Because if you are engineer, it doesn't mean, like, you will just be stuck as an MBA. I mean, if you can just be an engineer, have an MBA and work in a bank, then you can also do, be an engineer and be like a business partner, I mean business development and partnerships manager. You can also be a
Yes.
content writer. You can be, an influencer. Have you seen the influencers right now who are like giving top notch content on the Web3, and it's amazing, and there
Yes,
are
yes,
so
yes.
many. You have seen it yourself, right?
Yes, I've
So
seen it.
it is amazing. And even they are like me, an accountant. From accountancy, I used to love accountancy, and then now I am, in partnerships, and like I like marketing also, I like developer community building also. So it opens. It doesn't. I would say Web3 doesn't see that what qualification you have. It sees what you like to do, and if you can do it, right, and if you have the
And
passion
like
for it.
in which field you have your expertise, or in which field you want to do, be it tech or
Exactly.
non-tech.
Exactly. So, for me, just ask Sonak how much I bug him to like learn technical stuff, right? So, you can, in a startup or in a blockchain industry, you can get to wear multiple hats, whereby you can, not only you can get to enhance one skill, but along with that, apart from leadership, apart from, your own like sales or whatever, you can, get accustomed to enhance other skills as well, or acquire new skills as well. And that's why it's very important, whereby, not regretting that, okay, you have not been exposed to the blockchain industry. So it's better to have a program for the students, especially whereby they are new, they are not gone in the jargons of that adulting, right? So it's very important that you have the time now. So grab that opportunity, you know, uh, work on it for one, give it a try for 1 month, 2 3 months, and see. I mean, instead of playing PUBG and scrolling down on TikTok, why don't you just learn about blockchain and actually, make money, get involved, learn, enhance on your skills and so on. So I would say this is not a student development program. I would say it's a dedicated program for making the students industry ready.
Yeah, that's really amazing and great. Like in blockchain, like right now I'm exploring the field and I can see that multiple opportunities are there for the students. Like they are literally providing those opportunities that लो ये तो हमारे लिए opportunity है.
Yeah.
So, like talking about the opportunities, student development programs, meetups, and all, like according to you, do you think that meetups, hackathons, and webinars or attending sessions is important for the students for building their network and also paving a way for their career?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because see, I will just go one by one, right?
Yeah.
Webinars, workshops, sessions, you acquire the knowledge. Then you
Yes.
take participation in hackathons to put that theoretical knowledge into a practical use in real world environment, so that it not only enhances your skills, test your skills, challenges yourself, it can also boost your confidence, saying that, okay, because if you see, Priya, like, do you remember, like, okay, whatever you have learned in your school and college, do you apply in real world?
No.
No, right? So via the hackathon, you actually, like, hands-on session is one that you are getting to, it's like a workbook, that you learn
Yes.
this, and then you just like do the workbook stuff, so to understand the concept. And hackathon is where you apply it, right? So before you go and build something or join a company, I would say. So it's very important to be in there on also not only hackathon challenges or enhances your skills, but I would say the leadership, the quality soft skills like leadership, and I would say the aim to collaborate, that nature also comes out of it, right? So in hackathon there will be loads of people coming on, right? You will
Yes.
collaborate together and work for a specific goal. So it also helps you if you want to build a company or if you want to be a part of a team in a company. It will help you work. It will enhance your skills to work with a team, which not everybody has, Priya. There are many
Yes.
people in the world I have seen that who likes to work solo dolo. But trust me, as I mentioned, if you work with a team, that's where your efforts, the output of your efforts can be magnified, right? So
Exactly.
hackathon teaches all of these things. So I would say, I was talking to Hyperland yesterday, and there are people, the one who are handling the India chapter. I like what they said. They're like, we have made it a culture whereby every one of our developers is hacking, right? So why? Because they are already professionals. So why do they need to do it? Because to test yourself, to challenge yourself, and open new doors of knowledge, of skills, of opportunities,
Wow.
right? So hackathons are very important, and I would say that in blockchain it is mandatory to if you're a developer, just keep hacking, because there are loads of different things which are coming every day. And we are also we are having a talk with like you and Sahitya, right, that we would be coming with a hackathon soon with the community we are building together. So I feel that the viewers of
Yes.
this YouTube live, they should be staying tuned, because we'll be grouping together with other lot of companies and coming up with a hackathon whereby you can get to test your real life, get to test your knowledge in the real life environment.
Okay, as you said about the importance of hackathon and importance of sessions, webinars, and everything. So, according to you, that how Nordic is helping in this particular vision of hackathons, encouraging hackathons.
Encouraging hackathons. So see, I mean, it's for giving the test paper, I have to teach you the subject, right? So I have we that's why the whole education comes in, and that's why we have putting our efforts with you, Eduhub, and and the HODs and the faculty members to teach
Yeah.
from the basics, not giving a superficial layer of like, okay, blockchain is like innovative and all of that. Like I have seen people actually doing that in webinars, and I'm like, okay, are you really doing that for students or you're doing that for yourself? But over here, we are practically very much occupied, but it is ingrained in our brain that okay, we have to capture these young talents, educate them, so that they don't regret a lost opportunity, and also prepare them for real life challenges, I would say. And through that, I want to say hands-on is necessary, which we are doing.
Yeah.
Sonak is going, Nived gives a talk, Ravin sir is there, I am there. We take the bandwidth out, keep the bandwidth, a little bit bandwidth, for these students, so that we want everybody to come on board, utilize our opportunities we are giving in, go and spread, like with your talents, and be in the Web3 space. And so I would say that we are encouraging the students to do the hackathon by initiating the education side of things, and it's a free of cost. We are not like, okay, we want to earn something, so pay and do our sessions. No, we want you to come to us or use our platform, talk to our partners, talk to investors for free. So I mean, free. I would say it's a, like that free word is
Everything
very
is
important. It is
free.
free.
Everything is free.
Exactly. On top of that, you can get grants. You can get like a lot of opportunity. Get showcase. Be the front face of Nordek in on your campus. We have an exclusive merch. Have that thing on your resume that before even while being a student you were working with a company. Like an internship or like an ambassador. You were leading that efforts. And I think it will actually like be very beneficial for the students. And Also now hackathon, via this we are encouraging them to do the hackathon, because again, to I mean, you feel, you know, after every math topic you have like exercises, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you have to revise your concept, you have to know that you know them. So hackathon is that, right? So there are multiple uses of hackathon, I would say, that, which companies, because since I come from that Web3 education front, I would know that not only for the students but also for the companies or for the new technologies, the what companies like to do that via hackathon, they will give you certain problem statements whereby we want to see a different perspective of an individual. Like probably we have this what do you call it, thought about this particular problem statement, but we want to see that what other people think out of it, right? How other people are coming up with a solution. So I would say there are a lot of different things, and personally I would say that one model of hackathon which really works is that apart from education boot camps, etc., to break down the hackathon in beginner, intermediate, and advanced, whereby the beginner can be a simple workshop whereby you can, it's like a workbook, I would say. Second is your intermediate, whereby you can use simple SDKs to do something. And third is, actually in web creation. So it takes you with a journey whereby, it's not like from education directly I'm asking you to build a product. No. But we will be like, it's like a seamless learning growth, I would say. And that's what, Nordek is providing the same as well.
That's really great that Nordic is doing so much for the students, so much for the developers and the communities. It's really very great. And to be very honest, I'm in love with the organization and the work the organization is doing.
I'm in love with it too.
We are on the
Trust
same
me, it
path.
makes me happy every day to like see that, like right now there's like so much of hype about the Nordic Genesis, and there's so much of hype about Norway Pro 100 cards. There's so much of hype about like the Netherlands, like Netherlands cricket team wearing our Nordic logo over there, like proud moment for us, bro. So
Yeah,
and there are like
it's
so
actually a
many.
proud moment.
Yeah, and there some of the news we have not even shared to other people, and they're coming and like, Priscilla, I heard that you guys are sponsoring Netherlands team. I'm like, yeah, like wow, like it's amazing, and it actually opens doors for a lot of eyeballs when it comes to Nordek, and that's where
Exactly.
all the projects who are coming in, whoever are associated with us, that creates a door for them also, to be showcased in front of the community in general. So.
So now talking about communities and all. So what are the key elements according to you of a successful community partnership, and how can they be cultivated and maintained?
Very good question. So see now, I have a problem with community partners. Sometimes, because I feel that some of the being from the space and doing whatever I do or what I've done, I have seen that not all partners or the all community partners have that mentality to grow together. It's all about money sometimes. Like how you and us, we have a relation of doing something together for your
Yeah,
community,
yeah.
for our community, right? So that kind of goal and objective I don't see in like other partners, because I receive like so many proposals for this education hackathons and like academia and yada yada. But do I go for all of them? No. 90% of them I cancel out. Because why? Because first of all, you can't tell me that okay, you have such a like they showcase things in such a way whereby it doesn't even align with us, because I feel that okay, I want to create a value, Nordic wants to create a value, but these people do not want to create a value, they just only want money. So I feel that okay, I would say education, how it's commercialized now, how everything is commercialized. But when it comes
Yeah.
to value creation and students, right? You should
They should
not
not be
be
there.
at all money minded. And that's the whole reason we have kept, like together we have kept this whole thing free of cost. And the one event, there was one person and like, hey, why have you kept in, free of cost and why not paid? I'm like, why will I ask students to pay for this? I mean, it's like, I
Definitely.
mean, sorry, it's like it can't be done. I mean, education should be free. Showcasing what the new technologies are there in the world should be free. Free, free, free. So
Exactly.
remember that word. students? Why do I have to rip money off from the students and just not create the value for students? So it should be first of all the community partners who are there, and I would say that we are very glad to have community partners like Eduhub who are not commercialized, who want to
I'm glad to
actually
hear this.
so who are not commercial. I mean, see, when we work together, of course there are some, you know, ups and downs, and we tackle it together, right? Because why we have that mindset that our goals are, we have a shared goal, we have a shared objective, and we want to create some, we are committed to create something specific. And that's what I feel is the key to maintaining a partnership, is that focusing, communicating. First of all, communication game is, like how a relationship doesn't work in a love, girlfriend boyfriend relationship doesn't work when we don't have communication. Same
Yeah.
thing, like, a partnership, it won't work if you're not communicating. If you're having, if you're like not happy about something, or if you're happy about something, you have to communicate. You should not only whine, but also should appreciate, right? So it's very important for the communication is one thing, like in any other relationship. Second thing, to have that shared goal and be committed towards it. you know Example, that I know from start that what your goal was, from start what my goal was. But if I knew that your goal was only, I'm not you, I'm just in general, that your goal was only like, to print money, I would have detached myself from the first or second session itself. But I
Yeah.
know that you are there to, your goals and my like Nordic's goals are aligned in a way whereby we want to create the environment for the students to learn, make them industry ready, expose different companies to the industry, because they should be getting the industry exposure. And that's how we are aligned, and that's how we are working successfully. And I feel that whoever wants to, strike a partnership with us when it comes to community partnership, with you or us or with anyone, I would say that having that shared goal and be committed to it with an honest communication is are the key players to drive that.
Exactly. Even as you said that it should be free, education to students should be free and we shouldn't charge anything. This was my vision and Sahitya's vision when we started EduHub back 2 years back. We were just having a normal discussion and we both landed on one thing, that chahe kuch bhi ho jaye, we are not charging anything from the students.
Yeah, that's how we also connected, right? I mean, if you told me that, okay, I'm gonna charge like even $50 from them, like, no, I'm not doing that. Because we are here to create, exposing the industry to the students, right? It should come with no monetary cost, you know so, like, I feel like, that, as I said, I didn't get that opportunity. Even I'm from University of Nottingham. That time blockchain was not this famous, right? Like how people are adopting it right now. But I still regret. I'm like, regret of something which never happened, but it's like regret for a lost opportunity, I would say, who got exposed, right? So I feel that it's very important to create that value for the students and upcoming, entrepreneurs. I've seen 17-year-old entrepreneurs who are doing phenomenal in the space. And I'm like, wow, kudos. And they are hiring from, X chains and X developer from this chain and X developer from that chain. And they are actually like phenomenal entrepreneurs because they're builders themselves. Because they have the same mindset we have, that we want to create a value in the ecosystem, right? So obviously, even in our partners, right, whoever we are partnering with, we always look into the strategic nature, or like something which where our minds are aligned, and we are very honest about with the communication, with the goal, with the commitment we have. Otherwise, what happens, it creates bad blood, right? And crypto industry is
Yes,
very small. You will like bad mouth about someone, you will bad, ultimately it will not lead into anything. So if you want to maintain like a very good partnership, I would say, like for anybody over here, like whoever is watching,
yeah,
I would say be honest to yourself and to the people you're gonna work with, and for who you're gonna work with. Because if your mentality is just money making, you cannot stand in the long run.
exactly. That greediness is gonna take you down.
Exactly.
So now talking about the community partnerships and all, according to you, as you mentioned a lot of things right now only. So, what are the key elements of a successful community partnership and how they can be cultivated and maintained in the long run?
I think I have answered that question in a very elaborated way. But again, three things:
Yeah,
honest communication, being open about what you want to create together, the commitment to it. I mean, if you have agreed to deliver this together, in like whatever the hiccups are, let each other know, and that respect should be there, that courtesy should be there to like whether by hiccups we are human, there will be like human errors. Sometimes someone falls sick, sometimes some emergency comes. Just you have to communicate because it stops
yeah,
the disappointment with the other people. So it's very important, how a normal relationship works, whether by dad, whether we're like your sibling, whether we're your grandfather, whether we're your lover. It's exactly in the same way. The community partnership in any strategic partnership or normal partnership works. So communication is the key, goals are the values are the key, communication, like respect is the key. So I would say that these are the prime factors which can lead to a potential like good partnership. And it's not only like working in the run. I always have the mentality to explore different open doors in the long run as well.
okay. So, now a question from my side, like a small note from your side to our community, if you want to give a small note.
Small notes. See, I think Nordek Genesis, I would say, is not. I mean, it's targeted to students, of course, because it came out of the enthusiasm we have received from the students. But it's for every stakeholder in the Web3 space. Whereby, if you want to create more opportunities for the students with us, happy to help. Happy to be there. As a partner. If you want to, in Nordic, if I want to say that, let's say, okay, in the beginning of the statement, I said Nordic has things for everyone in the space, right? So if you're a trader, our NRT is there in different exchanges. You can see the maximum like traction in Maxi Global. If you're a builder, there's grant program. Just talk to us. Talk to our team. You can talk to me. We can like guide you through it. Third, if you're aspiring, you're a newbie in the space, attend our sessions. We have plans to make some videos, educational videos in the future, release some series whereby the ones who have missed the sessions or the ones who want to learn it beforehand, or they want to polish their knowledge, they can come and watch it, take part in the hands-on if there are any hands-on sessions which we want to do. If you are out there and you think that okay Priscilla, okay Priya, I want to have a Nordic session in my campus, reach out to there is a link tree, Nordic Genesis link tree. Over there you can host an event, so you can request for that. We will be down to like see that. If you are a project who want to go multi-chain and you want possible integrations, possible partnerships, even you can reach out to me. If you are a community partner, we have Nordic Genesis, and there are a lot of different things we want to do, like meetups and seminars, and all of that. We all can join hands, because if you see in Nordic Genesis, I've always like Priya, you've seen it yourself in the meetup.
Yes,
I have always put everybody together. We
yes,
Nordic
yes,
make sure that we all grow in one ball, not like separate, right? So we
exactly.
highlight the importance of each and every partner. I mean, there's no competitor over here. Over here,
Yes, you
okay.
have
There are many.
always like highlighted this thing. I know it
Exactly.
very well.
So there's the essence of it, right? So I would say there's everything for everyone here, and for a newbie to a pro. And there are some exciting things which are happening in Nordic as well, apart from Nordic Genesis. In Nordic Genesis, just to reiterate, we have build with us program whereby we can give you a student startup grant, and with other help like fundraising, token sell via PlutoPad, partner network, investor network, listing, helping you with the listings, different exchanges, and a dedicated team for marketing and support. Second is your career opportunities. We are expanding, partners are coming. Eduhub is growing, and if you want to come and explore internship, part time, consultancy, full time, you can drop your CVs out there. Third is ambassador program and city lead program. So ambassadors can, like, the ones who want to be an ambassadors can be the front face of Nordek in their campuses, and they can get to like fly with us in different events, sponsored events. They can get to represent us in different events. They can get to interact with prestigious or high profile people on behalf of us, because we want them to lead it, right? And there are, even if we see that, okay, in just 1 month we see there's a huge potential in that person, we can just recruit them right away. And also, apart from that, there are you can get promoted also to being a city lead, whereby you're not only handling your campus, but you're handling all the campus ambassadors of your city, right? So there are different opportunities, I would say, when it comes to Nordek Genesis. Second is, we have just launched our NFT cup, so you can check that out from nft.nordek.io, whereby we are principal partners of Netherlands cricket team. So for the ICC World Cup, you can mint NFTs and get the opportunity to either meet the Netherlands cricket team, to get an iPhone, and like there's a whole Pandora box of different surprises, I would say, who are minting those NFTs. So don't forget, it's a very new thing which happened. Very excited about it personally, and very cool
Even
NFTs,
I
I
am
would say.
also excited right now after
Yeah,
listening
right.
this.
So it's pretty interesting. And third is, another good news is that we are sponsoring Binance Campus UAE in 2024. In the first quarter of 2024, it will be happening, and there will be hundreds
Amazing.
of KOLs, right? So there's like a lot of different activities which are gonna be going there. And also our blockchain explorer got a facelift. You can check that out as well. It got just like not how a Kim Kardashian gets a facelift, but a very good, like, you can just, it's very user friendly. And there are lots of different things coming out, including our NordPay, which I highlighted, right? So NordPay is one of our star products, I would say, whereby you can have co-branded cards for your community, like we did for Netherlands cricket team. And also, if you have, it bridges the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 payments, so you can have your own card. Like I use it for my daily usage as well. Like for my Zomato, I think Zomato works in India, right? So Zomato, and then
Yeah.
your Ola and all of that, you can just use an Norway as well. So I mean, and stay tuned for more. In the link tree itself, we have given the link tree of Nordek, so official Nordek. If you go to Twitter, there's like a lot of different exciting news which are out there. And there will be a lot of different sessions conducted by different people from our company. You can just listen to their talks, because I listen to Mr. Kishore's, who's our co-founder. His talk just before I came here, it was very, like, he sits over here itself, but it was the way he was elaborating and discussing things with the communities was very nice. And I also got to learn things. Even Mr. Rajesh, who's our co-founder, he gives talks in our events. And like, we interact in a different, like, day-to-day way. And the people who are coming on board, whether be it project, whether be it partners, whether be it just idea, like they're in the ideation stage, they can get to meet Mr. Rajesh, like, who is has been there in the space for really long, and doing wonders and guiding all of us, mentoring us. And you can mentor them as well. There are different, like, Sonak is getting loved by a lot of people
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the community, like, wherever he has taken the sessions, and the sessions are coming out as good. And we are also taking feedbacks, because feedback is one thing which I feel that we should not be that confident that, okay, our educational materials are the A plus, but
Best,
we
right.
want to hear everyone's comments, everyone's views on how we can improve it further, right? So that is getting done. We have, like, other places, people, right? Our VP Aishwarya Jain, who he's there in the he was there in the Netherlands team as well. He's part of the growth and strategy, so he also mentors different projects which are coming out. Different, like, takes decisions. I get to learn. There are many people who get to learn from him. I am there as always, for each and everyone, like, to listen to each and everyone's queries for whether it for partnerships or products who want to come on board, who want to, take the initiative when it comes to the Nordic Genesis. Like, I am out there. We have like developers like Mubi. We have like the director of marketing, which is Shreya. So we have so, and Mr. Praveen as well. Was the CTO, and he loves educating, not only looking at the technical and product side, but again, as I was saying, that he loves educating the current youth as well, because he also wants that. I'm always talking about the value creation. We always talk about and emphasize on that part that, okay, we'll be literally sitting down like, Priscilla, like, how can we bring, like, create value for the community? And I'm like, yeah, Praveen sir, like, how can we? So that mentality is there in each of us, right? And that's how we work, that's how we roll. And there will be a lot of projects which are you're gonna see in this quarter, and there will be a lot of other cities we are gonna tap in as well. If you have any idea, even the smallest of idea, reach out to us. If you have like an idea you think which is transformational for us, which is not partnership, which is not something, but something in general you think the Nordic should do, definitely reach us out. I am all yours. You can go to either Nordek's link tree, you can come to mine, you can write me an email, prusela@nordek.io, or you can get hold of me on my LinkedIn. I am Insta. When you are from when you are like a teenage to an adult from Instagram, your Instagram is not LinkedIn. So I'm always on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So yeah, so LinkedIn and Twitter, I'm there. So reach us out, all of us, anyhow, anywhere. We are all there for you. And any kind of idea, any stupid idea, if you think that it's just stupid, but I'm just there. We all there to like hear it out. Probably it might not be stupid, and we can create something like huge. And I would say that whoever is with us, because of the traction we are getting, we want to accelerate not only our growth but their growth in this Web3 space as well. So I think that's how I'll conclude it.
That was great, like talking to you and getting a lot of knowledge from you. Even I also got a lot of knowledge and insights from you. It was
My
great
pleasure.
having your time, Priscilla.
Thank you so much. And on a personal note, let's keep on working for the same value. We got connected, and what we are doing. And
Definitely.
to all the communities, just stay tuned. That not only education is our focus, but also taking you through hackathons, making industry ready. Meetups and seminars and conferences. We are gonna be up for that as well. If you are someone from the university out there who has not gotten the chance to have a Nordic workshop, a Nordic slash Eduhub workshop, please let us know, and we will be down to like just be there for all of you. And I mean, whoever you are, I feel like whatever you have in your mind, just like reach us out and we can get things started.
Yeah, that's so great. Like, thank you for joining us today. And thank you, all of you, for joining us. And stay tuned for our next podcast. Thank you, Priscilla.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure being here. Bye.
It's great. Bye.